Hey everybody, how's it going today? I'm here again today with my GH5S, and today I'm going to compare two different lenses. I have a newish, I bought it used off of eBay, a 7-14 lens that I would like to do real estate video or architecture inside of tight spaces, and I'm going to compare that with my friends, I should say, Lumix G 12-60. I kind of broke mine. Eesh. So I'm just going to do some side-by-side comparisons. I'm going to go on my car and check out what it's like in my kitchen, different angles, you know what I mean? And we'll just get started and we'll see you at the end of it all. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below. I'd love to take part in some more conversations and answer your questions if you have any. Make sure you like and subscribe so you get all my videos and help me grow and all that stuff. So here we are. I have the 12-60 hooked up, and as you can see, I'm standing right at the doorway of my kitchen. I'm going to back up so you can see the doorway of my kitchen. See, it's hard to see it all. Even though this is a fairly wide lens, it's hard to get the whole thing into, it's hard to get the whole thing in there. But as I come here, this is at hip level too, by the way. This is how you would do it if you're doing real estate photography or architecture or something like that, on the inside anyway. So that way you can see most of the floor or the ceiling, I guess. Like it has a good balance between seeing a lot of floor and ceiling. And my aperture is at 3.5, staying in the doorway, going in. I think my ISO is a little high. Let's adjust that. 1250, that's a little better. It's kind of high in here because I don't have any photo lights turned on or anything. So this is the kind of wide angle view you get that. Now I'm going to switch to my 7-14. Okay, so here's that same shot, but this is at a 14mm. I'm standing in beyond the doorway, how I was showing you the doorway in the other camera. Now I'm going to stand in the exact same spot. This is where I was standing before. And as you can see a lot more of the room now. You can see the ceilings, the floors, the tables, the appliances, the hallway. You can even see the fridge. You pretty much see the whole shot. The aperture on this lens only goes down, or as open as 4.0. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and show you what the 12mm looks like, and we'll compare the two. I want to compare the 12mm from this lens to the other lens. Honestly, I feel like this 12mm on this lens seems wider than the 12-60, because right now we're set at 12. On my GH5S, remember? My ISO is at like 2066, I can't even read that. It's at like 2000 ISO. This lens does not have image stabilization. There's no image stabilization on the GH5S, remember? So this is what it's like trying to shoot inside my car at 12mm. It's f3.5, 12mm. I didn't have it all the way back, sorry about that. So that's about, this is about what it looks like with the 12-60 at 12mm, f3.5. The ISO is at 300 and something, because I'm inside a car, it's kind of cloudy out there, and I don't have lights inside my car, so. This is what it'd be like if I was sitting right in my driver's seat, the 12-60. If I was trying to get like a lot of stuff in the shot, it'd be really hard. This is what it's like. You can barely see the hole. If I have it right up to my chest, close the door. This is what it's like inside my Mazda Tribute. Fairly spacious interior, but I can't see anything in here. I mean, I can, but not much at once. So let's try the other lens. Okay, so here we are with the 7-14. I have the camera right up to my chest like I did with the 12-60. And we'll look around the car. Things are a little strange looking, but you can see a lot more of the car. You can see why they might use a lens like this for shooting the interior of the car. I'm going to stand outside the car like I was with the 12-60. See how much of the interior we can see? Go up from the top, maybe show down some of the stuff I was showing you with the other lens. So my car is a little bit filthy, but that's not the point of the video. So I have my hand on my steering wheel and I'm looking at the lens. It wasn't for a second. But this is how wide it is. Like, you could sit here with your hand. Like, it's about almost just a finger. I know I'm stretching my face. It's not very far from my face, this, and it's at 7mm. So things will look a little wacky though if I'm not careful. The lens moves around too much because I don't have this on a tripod. I'm stabilizing it with my fingers. I think I'll just wrap this up on the inside. So just really quickly before I go in, I just thought I would hook up the 12mm and see what that looks like compared to the 7. This is the same, so this should look the same. I just had it on 12mm. I thought I had it on 7. So the previous image with me holding it like this against the steering wheel is also at 12. So we can compare what the two different ones look like. It actually kind of looks very similar. So yeah, for 12mm, that's not too bad. I should put it back on though, and before I go back in and wrap this up, we'll see what it looked like at 7, because for some reason I forgot to do that. Yeah, that's a pretty big difference from 12 to the 7mm. It feels like the lens is aimed at my chest. If I aim it at my head, it looks like that. If I aim it at my chest, I can kind of do the rule of thirds. Give myself some look room. Hey everybody, I'm doing the look room. Graphically awesome. I can't talk. It looks so beautifully cinema-like when I'm doing it with the rule of thirds. You gotta know when to break the rules, people. So this is great. This is how you, this is the kind of camera you need. If you got kids in the back and you wanna like show you how you're like telling them to shut up or strangling them or something, like, get your guy, you know what I mean? Can't do this with the 12mm. Well, you can, but it won't look so funky. So thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. As you can see, it's a pretty big difference. The 7mm has a lot of different characteristics from a 12mm, that's for sure. And I can easily see how different situations might call for a lens like this, or the 12 to 60 for sure. There's different situations for both lenses, but I'm really happy with the 7 to 14 for my new venture into different areas of photography and videography. So please come check out, I'm gonna say it again, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you wish. And I love you, bye.